Superstars! So pumped to be here today. And today I want to talk about something super important. I want to talk about the voice in your head that could be blocking you, stopping you, judging you, making you feel that you're not capable, that it's not possible or anything around that. And it's really just not being your friend. So do you know what I'm talking about, or am I the only freak in the room that has this voice that just thinks its job? There's just one voice. I have many voices in my head, as I'm sure we all do. But one voice in particular, its job is just to tell me all the things I can't do, all the things that I won't do, all the things I've failed at, all the things that mean that this isn't possible for me. And on and on and on and on and on it goes. Now, is that voice useful? Now, and some people will be saying, well, yes, it is. And other people will say, well, of course, no, it isn't. Now, the only use that voice has is if it is going to stop me from it being in a life-threatening situation. So if I'm standing on top of a building and I'm looking over the rail and I think to myself, oh, maybe I could fly, or maybe I should, flip over the rail and just have some fun on the side of the building, the voice goes, hey, don't do that. You could die. Please don't do that. Okay, useful. But when I'm riding my horse and I'm maybe having a riding lesson and the coach says, do this, do this, do this, and I sit there and the voice goes, you can't do this. You look crap when you ride. I can't believe you think that you can ride. Why don't you just give up now? You should stop riding. I don't know why you bother. Again, am I the only freak in the room? But that voice has been with me pretty much since I started trying to become a better rider. The voice wasn't there when I was riding to begin with, because I loved horses and I loved riding them and I just loved everything about it. And when I had the bliss and the pleasure and the honor of being on my horse's back, I was so wrapped up. The only voice I could hear was there was just, and the only feeling I felt was love and excitement. But then I joined a pony club. And then I started comparing myself to where I was riding and where all the other riders were. And in my mind, all the other riders were so much better than me and knew so much more than I did. And I therefore knew nothing and therefore couldn't do anything. And I started to develop this belief that I wasn't really good at this riding thing. Now that, coupled with an intense competitive nature and an intense obsession with winning and being good, meant that I still progressed in my riding and I still won competitions and I still progressed. Like I went through all the grades in Pony Club and then I joined the Federation and then I started moving up the levels all the way to the top level of Grand Prix. And that was because I had a huge hunger and obsession and desire to win and progress. But that didn't stop the voice the whole way along the way saying, you can't do this, you're so shit at this, you should give up now, can you quit, oh my God, you look so bad, you ride so bad, you're so bad. Now, I'm lucky because I had this part of my nature that made me not listen to the voice, but that didn't escape the pain of me still really believing what the voice had to say. Now, I don't know where you're at in your journey. For some people, the voice is so loud and they don't have a huge desire and obsession to win and to progress that they just listen to the voice. The riding becomes not so fun and not so enjoyable, and they're kind of stuck in this status quo of riding because there's still that wee and that love that I think we all know what I'm talking about because we all love horses. But a lot of that gets died down by this voice. So I just want to firstly, just the first part of my video is just, I get it. I have that voice too. I have that voice not only in my riding, but in my life. The whole time I go about my day, if I decided to tune in, there is an undercurrent radio station of how crap I am, how bad I am, how much I fail, how useless, how pathetic, how stupid. Pretty much, they're my words. So constantly, like if someone ever says something, like what will innately come up is, oh, but I'm stupid, I'm useless, and I'm pathetic. Now, do I logically believe that about myself? No, I think I'm all right. But this undercurrent radio station that has been there my whole life, and I created it. I will take ownership of it. I will take responsibility of it. It is not real. It is my creation, and it sits there and takes my energy, takes my courage, takes my ability to get things done. So I've learnt, especially in the last 15 years, as I went on my coaching journey and got really curious about success and mindset and the way the brain works and NLP and all these kinds of things, the more curious I became, the more I understood, okay, there's this voice, pretty much everyone has this voice, and that's true. Not pretty much everyone has this voice. If you listen to Elon Musk, he has this voice. If you listen to any interviews with Richard Branson, he has this voice. So what I began to understand was everyone's got this voice, but whether or not they listen to the voice and what they do with the voice determines how successful and how happy they'll be. Like I said, if you have this voice alongside another part of your personality, which is an obsession to win or an obsession for success or an obsession for more, that will, you've got two things driving you, but you might not be so happy. So what I want you all to do, if you've got this, especially in your writing, is I need you to dial it down. And what do I mean by that? I mean literally, if you're in the car and the radio is too loud, you dial it down. And yes, maybe I'm showing my age because not all cars have dials anymore. Is it like, hey Siri, turn the radio down? Whatever it is. But whatever it is, I need you to turn it down. So point number one, the voice is not real. Yes, it comes from inside of you, so you believe it is real, but inside of you was created by you, from you, based on your beliefs and your understandings and your experiences of the past. And it's impossible to experience reality because there's 2 million bits of information coming at us every single second. So we're going to experience an aspect or a version of reality, not the real reality. And then based on the aspect of reality, we're going to create a meaning to the event that happened. And then that meaning is what we think is real. So it's clearly not real. So dial down that voice. It's not needed and it's not real. You are infinite potential. You are literally made out of the same stuff that stars are made out of. You are a star. And you can have and experience and enjoy anything that you want. So in your writing, when you're writing and, so let me go back in, like when I was learning, it was like, oh, you're not getting it? Yeah, well, it's because you have no talent. Okay. I have no talent. What does that have to do with me enjoying my writing journey? And if you want to progress in your writing journey, you are going to have learning experiences. And the learning experiences you have, you want to enjoy them because I can't take that away. I can't just go, oh, you want to be a Grand Prix rider? Cool. Like, don't ride, don't try, don't practice anything and you'll be a Grand Prix rider. It's impossible. You need to go and try it and attempt it and fail at it. And I know I'm like stabbing you in the heart. What do you mean, Natasha? What do you mean that I have to go and fail at it to get somewhere? I know. But it's in the failures that we have the learnings. It's in the trying that we figure out what works and what doesn't. And I had this obsession to win and this obsession to progress that I would try. Like you can't, so I'm very much, I go until, I try until. But it meant that I experienced a lot of pain and a lot of suffering in my trying because I made each try mean that I was useless, pathetic and stupid and I couldn't do it. Whereas I'm smart enough now to know each try is a step closer to my success, and each try is not a reflection of how good I am or how not good I am or how talented or how not talented I am. It just is. When we are learning to walk, we try until we walk. We don't try and then go, yeah, that walking thing, it's not for me, I'm going to stick with crawling. Every single one of you learnt to walk. And as you were learning to walk, you never fell on your bottom after an attempt and went, oh, see, it's just me. I just have no talent for this walking thing. I probably shouldn't do the walking thing. I should probably quit walking. You made it not mean anything about you. Your ability to learn to walk and then however many tries you had to do in order to walk was never a reflection on who you were as a learner, as a walker, or anything else. So why should riding be any different? Why should, if you attempt to learn sitting trot and you bounce, be that therefore that means something about you as a rider or your ability to be able to trot in the future? It doesn't. It just means you're learning to sit trot. So I hope this was useful. I hope this has given you lots to think about. Let me know in the comments your biggest aha and your biggest takeaway, and let me know what you're going to do different, because I really want you to enjoy this learning journey. The learning journey is freaking fun and freaking exciting because it's one step closer. Every time we learn something, we're one step closer to the success we want to have and the progress we want to have and the experience we want to have. So love, hug, embrace that learning journey. Don't make it mean freaking anything about you, because you are extraordinary, you are amazing, you are pure stardust, and you can have, be, do, and have anything. So I trust that was useful. Let me know in the comments. I'll be back later this month with another video. And remember, if you would like help with being unstoppable, not just in your riding, but in every area of your life, if you want to work on your self-belief, your self-trust, your courage, your ability to step into your power, be all you can be, and live the life you want to have, I have a free Facebook group where I am bringing together a movement of women that are ready to be unstoppable, that are ready to find their courage, step into their power, be all they can be, and live and create the life they want to live. So if you're interested in that, check out the link and you can join that Facebook group. Super, super pumped to share with you guys. Sending you all my love. Have an amazing couple of weeks, and I'll see you soon.